Okay, welcome everyone. Sarah and I are here. We are doing this recording for our friends that have wanted to see this presentation. And so we will get started right away. Sorry, let me get these things kind of cleaned up. Oops. I'm going the wrong way even. All right, besides our technical difficulties, my name's Anna Zobell. I'm a Star Diamond Beachbody coach, and we are doing this presentation about 5 ways you can get a flat stomach for the summer. This is one of the great presentations that I've gotten from some of my coach friends, great tips, and we are going to be adding some tips of our own. So this is, again, tips from real people who have gotten real results. And so we will get right on it, and I'll let Sarah introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Sarah Donaldson. I started being a Beachbody coach about 6 months ago, and I have seen an amazing transformation, not just in my body, but also in me as a person. I have really enjoyed my journey so far. Looking at this slide, you'll see my before and after pictures. These pictures are my 21-day fix extreme results. So the first picture to the second picture is 21 days. And these are not super typical results, but they are attainable results, and they are possible, obviously, because that's what I got. So I did watch what I ate. I wasn't like super crazy because I already eat pretty healthy, so it wasn't a big change for me. But I found that the portion control and the tips that I found in the 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme really helped me to get through that and to get those amazing results.
Yeah. Haven't you gotten even more results since then? I know you've done another program. Yeah, we'll have to update this, and next time you'll have even better pictures. I'm excited.
The other thing that really helped me was Shakeology and Performance Line, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But so anyway, these are my results, and we can just get into the tips. So the first thing that we really need to focus on in any fitness program is going to be your nutrition, because that does more for you, good and bad, than anything else will. So it's kind of windy here, sorry. To get a flat stomach, you really need to watch what you put in your mouth. My grandma used to always tell us to chew our food all the way. She would tell us to chew our yogurt 16 times before we swallowed. And it was a charming thing that she did. But the reason she did that was to make sure that we digested our food properly, and that's exactly what it's about here. You want to make sure that you're doing everything you can to properly digest, because then you get the nutrients out of your food that you need, and your body can sort it out better instead of just saying, this is too complicated, I'm just going to either get rid of it all or store it all.
Or make it into gas.
Yeah, no kidding. So part of that is eating at the right times. This talks about eating your protein at the right time of day. If you eat protein between 3 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it will trigger a response with your insulin, and your insulin will not store the fat around your belly, because that's what insulin does. So if you're eating protein at the right time of day, also don't eat carbs after 6 p.m. And I know that that's hard for some people, but we have a way to make that a lot easier, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. So you really want to be eating your dinner and focusing on when you're eating things, and not eating anything at all after like 8 or 9 at night. You just shouldn't be eating that late.
Okay.
And again, with the insulin response, sugar, especially refined sugar, is going to trigger that. And if you want to try and keep fat off of your belly, you need to make sure that you cut down your sugar or eliminate it if you can. Not natural sugars aren't bad, like fruits and things. You need those, but if you're eating candy and cakes and things like, the bad carbs, those are going to be what really focus all of the fat and store it right around your belly. So it's going to be counterproductive, and you can work out all you want, but it's not going to get rid of the fat on your tummy.
Yeah,
Um,
this is definitely a hard one, isn't it? Because I know I eat chocolate like every day, and I know it has lots of sugar in it, but but definitely, yeah. I think any amount that you can limit, I think it would help those insulin spikes that really store that belly fat.
yeah, and there's all sorts of substitutes that are natural that you can use instead of white refined sugar, which is really not good for your body anyway. But if you try to use things like maple syrup or honey or those sorts of natural sweeteners,
Hmm.
that will actually help. Another thing that you can do that I've found is green tea. There's all different kinds of green tea that you can drink that will actually carve away at your stomach a lot faster. And I know that with the 3-day refresh program from Beachbody, I tried that and it had a lot of focus on drinking tea. And green tea and herbal tea, those kinds of things are really going to help chisel your waistline and get rid of the unnecessary fat that's on there.
Okay.
Okay, now this gets into a personal spot for me. If you think of the alphabet backwards, you want to do diet, cardio, build muscle, and then work on your abs. And part of that is because you want to do the things that will, think of it like cleaning your house. You don't do the hardest things, like you don't sweep the floor first and then do the counters. You do the counters first in case anything gets on the floor. And that's kind of the same principle here. The diet and cardio and building your muscle is going to do so much for your abs. You'll have less to do on your abs at the end if you do it that way. You'll have less work to do and you won't have to keep doing that work over and over. So start with your diet and make sure that you chew and you eat your proteins and your carbs at the right time of day, and you limit your intake, put fewer calories, more calories, sorry, I'm all confused in my head. Don't eat more calories than you can burn. And then you work on your cardio. Get your heart in shape so that you can run more effectively, have your good metabolism, and get your body ready for the work that you're going to do. And it will just work so much more efficiently. Then you start to build muscle, which burns calories. And when you burn those calories with your muscles every day, then your core is going to just work on its own and start building that strength. And then you work on your abs. And when you work on your abs last, it's just a lot more efficient working that way. And I have one little thing to say here. I have diastasis recti, so there's a big gap in my abdominal muscles, and I can actually fit 4 fingers in between my ab muscles, and they're supposed to be tight together, and you shouldn't be able to fit more than maybe 1 or 2 fingers in between them. So I found out from a physical therapist the best way to combat that. And if you need more information on that before you get into your routine, or you can contact me or Anna, or even look up online things that you can do for that. We have really good resources for that. One quick tip for anybody that has it: if you do have that, start small and fix that problem before you start exercising, or it can make your problem worse. And try to push your ab muscles together with it, like pull them together with a tight towel, or there are other ways that you can do that. And so if you need tips on that, talk to us or go online and look for more information there.
Yeah, I think that's really great that you have tips about that, because I know several women that have had pregnancies have that problem. And so I like that tip about, so did you say you just cross the towel in front of you, that's like it's behind you and it wraps around and you pull it?
So if you have a towel, pull it into, so it's like a band, bunch it up or roll it up, whichever you prefer, and then lay on it so that it's in a line behind your back, and then cross it over your stomach and hold on to the opposite end so it's crossing over, and pull it tight so it pulls your ab muscles together when you do a crunch or a sit-up. And breathe. Breathing is so important. That will help your ab muscles. And then do core exercises, do plank. Those kinds of things will really help your belly get flat fast.
Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and here's the part that I was getting to. Okay, Shakeology is a miracle worker for me. From the very first time that I began drinking Shakeology, instantly my cravings were gone. Like even that night, that day, I drank it probably 3 o'clock. And that night, I didn't have cravings for dessert. I didn't even want it. People were having cake, and I didn't care for any. And so for me, at least, and for a lot of people that I've talked to, um, Shakeology takes away my cravings, and it makes it so that I don't want all of that sugar that we're trying to avoid. And I don't want to eat late at night like I shouldn't be. And it keeps me full. It works my metabolism. Plus, you're getting all of the nutrients and the proteins and the vitamins that you need for your body to work efficiently and to use the energy that you have in a better way so that you're getting the results that you want. And it is just a 1-2 punch of really vital nutrients and whole foods. And it's great for your digestion. It has probiotics. So you're not getting all of the bad side effects of food, because food can have bad side effects. Anna, what can you add to that?
I love this because I love that it has all of those superfoods, and the superfoods are what you need for your digestion. Again, your stomach, you want a flatter stomach. Well, you need to have pretty good digestion so that you're not having things blocked up in there. And then also just for overall health and health of your immune system. Something I've learned in the last couple of years is I didn't realize how much your digestion is related to your immune system, that you actually, it's very interrelated. And so it's really great that we have these superfoods in this drink. For me, I just love it because I learned in, my health classes and my nursing classes that I learned that we should be drinking or eating these superfoods, and I kept mentioning all these superfoods to prevent diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, and it would always mention all these chronic diseases, and it would say, oh, hey, if people would just eat these superfoods, they wouldn't necessarily need to be taking all of these pills for these things. And so to me, it's great that we have it in one package, one drink that I can have easy in the morning, and that I don't have to go searching all over the internet and all over like 5 different health food stores to be able to find it. So anyway, so let's see. We're going to go on to the next part. So we've shared some of those great tips. This is about me. I am a new mom, and I have 2 different before and after pictures here, because the first one is before I was a mom, and the second one is now after I've, losing the baby weight. Because I lost I probably lost about 48 pounds about 5 years ago. And that was with the Beachbody programs, with the Shakeology. And then now I'm still in my, I gained quite a bit of weight during my first pregnancy, and a lot of it was, just eating too much foods, and because I felt nauseous whenever I felt nauseous, if I would eat, then I would be okay. So I would eat a lot. So anyway, but I've lost 45 pounds so far with several of the programs and with this Beachbody challenge that we do. I also work full-time as a nurse practitioner. I assist in neurosurgeries, and I've been married for 11 years now. So let's see. Okay, so, and I'm sorry, this thing, let me see if I can move this thingy. Oops, see now is, anyway, there's a little thing that's covering it up. So I will just read that last little line for you. So this is our questions for you. We want to know, does this sound like you? And there's 10 little things on here. And so kind of keep a score of what sounds like you. Are you or have you been in the past, frustrated with your weight? Are you tired of feeling like blah and basically fatigued or just yucky? Are you sick of trying diets that don't work? I know I've seen that a lot in our medical practice. People say, oh, I followed this thing to a T and it didn't work. And then working out hours and hours a week without seeing results. I know I've had friends that are like, I'm training for a marathon and I'm hit a plateau. They're running hours and hours. Disappointed with how you look. I know this is a big deal for us. If you don't like how you look, I know a lot of people get into depression about that. Low energy, making if you make healthy choices and then you still don't receive results, have you been in those places where you have no motivation? And then maybe you're not sure where to start. Or are you the type of person that just wants to feel confident again? So what's your score out of 10? How many of those things did you relate to? So what have you tried in the past? I know a lot of people get a personal trainer. That's $50 to $95 per half hour. So I know this can really add up, and it's frustrating when you don't get your results that you wanted. Nutritionists are $30 per half hour. And then, there's boot camps. I know I have a friend that just said they did like a CrossFit boot camp. And that's $199 for 5 days. And then, of course, lots of people join a gym, and, there's the classic story, and I've done it too, where sometimes they'll even say, oh, well, I paid for a whole year in advance, or, oh, well, I made this commitment to the gym that I'm going to have to pay them no matter what every month. So then I'll have to go, and then somehow come like January 12th, somehow they're like, don't go anymore, even though they're paying $20 to $120 per month. But then also you go to the gym and you like walk around, and I've done this too, like where you're like walking between machines, you're like, oh, that looks like that'd be a good idea. But sometimes you don't even know how to do it or how many reps to do, that kind of thing. I have a sister that lost weight with Weight Watchers. That's $40 a month. And one thing that she was saying that she just sometimes people complain that, there's so much focus on the nutrition in Weight Watchers that they actually, sometimes before they would actually tell them almost not to work out because they would build up muscle and make them gain weight. So I kind of like a more holistic approach. I think that they've gotten better now, but it still is, a good $40 a month to do that. But, talking about cost, what will it cost you if you don't change? What will it cost you for your health? I know that different changes can be expensive, but, they like to say like, well, coronary bypass is really expensive. Like heart surgery is like what, $50,000, and that's just the surgeon, and then financially, again, having all those costs. Emotionally is just, feeling like you could be better or could do better, or feeling like, I know lots of people have feelings of failure, like they feel like they've failed themselves. And physically, of course, your health really does suffer when you don't eat the right things, and could you end up having diabetes? Are you, lots of people have heart disease in their families. And so if they don't change something, they're going to have a short life and like not see their grandkids. So this is actually very important. And this is one of the things why I'm a Beachbody coach, is because I see people kind of at the end of their rope, and I see people that come in and they, are 200 pounds overweight or 100 pounds overweight. And it's sad because it's like they have all of these problems. And when I learned how to treat those with pills and everything in my nurse practitioner school, I just, I have this deep desire to really help prevent those things. And, with some of these people, like if they could really get healthy, then they would actually be able to not have to take all of those pills and feel so terrible every day. So, and then of course, socially, some people, if you don't want to go to the pool or go to the beach because you'd have to wear something, short shorts or whatever, not that I wear short shorts, but, socially it does affect you. And even just, what are you going to wear to the office party or whatever?
And I know that when I was not watching my nutrition and I wasn't exercising, I was too tired to go out. I didn't hang out with people because I just wanted to sit around all day and not do anything.
Yeah, you want to sit home and watch TV. Like, I understand that. So our question for you, the people that are watching this recording for us, is, are you ready to make a change? And I like this quote. It says, your desire to change must be greater than your desire to stay the same. What is your vision of what you would like to have happen with your health and your fitness and just feeling better. So we have a 30-day Beachbody challenge. We actually have a sneak peek that's coming up next week, which we will go into much more detail. But in that challenge, you get a personal coach. You have a simple nutrition plan where it actually has containers that take out the guesswork of all of the portion sizes. You know how they always say like, oh, well, you know, the American diet has like huge portion sizes. So it's like, what are you really supposed to eat? We simplify that. You get a Beachbody workout that is either it's the style of having a personal trainer right there in your home, or of having one of those fitness classes, like a group fitness class at the gym. You get that in your home. And for me, that is the best because I personally don't really, I'm really bad about like getting myself out the door. And so if I can just throw on my workout clothes and walk right downstairs and do a workout video, I get it done. But if I have to drive even 5 minutes away, I think, you know, and then you have to park your car and get into the gym. And anyway, so I love that these are at home. You have a whole bunch of workout buddies. That doesn't mean we all show up at your house. Don't worry. It just means that we are there for you in a online group, and we give tons of support. We like help you with your nutrition plan. We help support each other and say, you know, just all of the things that you need to keep going. And hey, you get a free t-shirt at the end of doing your program. And then there are cash prizes. Beachbody offers, if you put your before and after picture on and you just share your experience with them, then they give you a free t-shirt, and then also you get into a drawing for cash prizes. They give out $500 every day. So, okay. And then the bonus is that the first 3 people to register with me and Sarah get a free Shakeology shaker cup. These are awesome because basically it helps you not spill your shake all over yourself. And they, you know, have the little filter thingy in there so that you're not having ice dump out on you. So this is for questions. Now, this is our recording, and so we will check back with all of you to see if you have any questions. We will be doing that sneak peek next week. We're very excited because these are some more people's results that have gotten results in the Beachbody Challenge, and we want all of you to get those same results. I'm so excited because I know all of you guys have the potential to not only have a flatter stomach, but hey, to get your health back, to get healthier all over. So Sarah, do you have any other last little tidbits that you thought of?
The Shakeology Shaker Cup is also really good for showing your friends what you're doing, because they're going to be curious, and it would be great for you to be able to help them to know what you did to get your flatter stomach and your healthier body and your happier soul. And you can show them what you're doing and share this with others and help them. And I don't know of anybody who's ever had a transformation that didn't say, wow, if it wasn't for my coach or my friend or my sister sharing this with me, I never would have made a change. And so everybody's really happy when they make this sort of change. People don't get upset about that kind of help. So also, I can't remember what I was going to say. Never mind.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for presenting, Sarah. You did a great job. And let's see, I'm going to say stop share so that I can stop the recording. So once again, contact us on Facebook if you want to be in that sneak peek to get even more information about how this can help you get the health that you want. I will talk to you later. Thanks.